How old is this plane?
Built 45.
Was it in the active service?
It was built in 45, which is late in service. It was after it came off the assembly line in Kansas City, it moved over to somewhere in New Jersey. Then it just did some training flights, and it went to salvage because the war was over. And it was called Big Old Brew. Somebody put that name on it. It was a corporate airplane, and it bounced around for a little while and went dormant for a while, and then ended up with a CAF. Back in 1993, they went down to Texas and brought it back to Camarillo, and it was in restoration for 23 years.
Oh wow. What are the engines?
Just about. It burns about an hour per engine per hour. So every a gallon goes through the engines.
Wow.
So our reservoir is about 35 gallon, but we only come up here, we put like 25. We find it between 25 to 22 is a nice working.
Okay.
We do.
And how many horsepower per side?
2,000 horsepower.
2,000 per side.
Yeah.
Wow. So this is the only way in, right?
Oh, this is the bomb
But that's just not that big then.
And does this plane need 2 pilots to operate?
Yes. I mean, because you're going through double checklists, and there's double this, double that.
And lots of switches that probably cannot be reached from one side, from the other side. There are some very specific switches that... Would the pilot drop the bombs as well, or would it be somebody else?
Usually, Neil was hooked up because I've never seen that plane all hooked up. But there's a Norton bomb sight in front, so the bombardier would be up in the nose.
Okay.
He's the one who would have control. Oh, I guess control of the plane at that. Once they're on their run, he would have control and dropping.
Yeah,
But
I
I'm sure
heard they have the bomb sight, and when they approaching the drop zone, and the pilot will hand over the plane to the bomber,
the
and then the bomber will do some trim adjustment.
Yeah, we have one up there, but it's not hooked up. So I'm not, to know how it really goes together and what operates what. I have no idea of that.
And then how do you find the parts?
We have a supplier that's down in Chino.
Oh, Chino.
My first B-25 I have seen was in Comox Air Show in Canada. It was fascinating. I don't think we made it to the cockpit. We were in the bomber's seat and took a bunch of pictures there, and yeah, one of the museum planes. For when it was built and how functional, and like when you think from the first flight to when this plane was built was like 30-40 years.
For 60 years, they literally went almost from the Wright brothers to a 747.
Yeah.
Now you go
and supersonic too.
Yes, but now they go the other, on, and the planes haven't changed that much. I mean, not the technology from the Wright brothers to a 747.
Yeah, that's fascinating to me, how technology evolved so quickly.
Right.
Somebody's catching a ride here. So you cannot steer.
You steer with the brakes.
Okay.
And the brakes, there's big with the rudder paddles. But there's also, as you roll your foot forward, it's a brake. What they also discovered when they started doing this, when they took the wiring out,
Is it a new plane for the multi-engine training?